excited to try this. Let's get into it. Hi guys, my name is Tanya and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, I basically test, talk about, and review all products related to makeup, hair, and the skin. So if you haven't already seen the title of this video, I will be testing out the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Foundation. I don't know if I've tried this before. Maybe like a handful of years ago, I might have picked it up. So I'm really excited to try this one out and see how it wears. If you guys are interested in seeing how this foundation turns out, if you have your own suggestions on your best ways of applying the foundation or how you liked it, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. I will be happy to read them. If you guys are excited as I am to get into this video, then keep on watching. It's not a new release or anything like that, but I was just shopping around CVS and I saw this and I wanted to pick it up. So we're gonna go ahead and test it, see how it wears. So I've already washed my face prior to filming. Before I get into this foundation, I'm gonna go in with the oil-free facial moisturizer. I got this at Target. I like this one because it has SPF 15 in it. So whenever I go out to the park or go out to do errands, I like to throw this on really quick. Alright guys, so I am now completely moisturized. My face is feeling hydrated and it feels like it's ready for some primer and some foundation. I'm just going to use this to push my hair back. I want you guys to be able to see this headband because it is so cute. Alright, so my hair has now been pushed back and my face is moisturized. So now we're ready to get started into some primer. Now I picked up the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Primer. I believe this is the right one you're supposed to use for this foundation here. And it comes out as like a white. So I'm just gonna take about that much, probably for like my entire right side of my face. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my fingers. This primer feels like a moisturizer almost, or like a lotion consistency. So it dries down pretty quick. I've only had this primer on my skin for about 30 seconds and it already feels set into the skin. That's great. It's always different with primers. You always have to wait and see kind of how the foundation blends, how it sits, and how it wears throughout the rest of the day. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit and I will be right back and we'll get into the foundation. All right guys, so the primer has been hanging out on my skin for a couple minutes now. We're gonna go ahead and go into the foundation. It is 1 fluid ounce. It has pretty good reviews on Ulta. It doesn't say exactly how much coverage it has on the bottle, but it says buildable coverage. So I'm assuming it gets at least a medium amount of coverage. I'm doing about this much on my hand as of right now. I did get the shade 390, which is in Snow. It is the lightest shade available because they have 40 shades, but they're not a ton in one shade or the other. Don't mind my beauty blender right now. It is what it is. Don't judge me. This is just with a couple dips in. I basically covered, I would say, half my face. I tend to get a lot of redness right here by my nostrils and up here on my cheek. As you can see, kind of pokes through right there where I have all my freckles. I'm definitely getting a medium coverage from this foundation. All right, so I'm gonna dip back into that foundation with my sponge and I'm gonna try to build that coverage. So that freaked me out. I needed to take care of that situation. So I'm gonna get close so you guys can see how it looks. I wouldn't say that it's full coverage because I can definitely still see my freckles and some dark spots and just a slight tint of redness I'm on Ulta and it doesn't necessarily say full coverage, but it says that it resists sweat, water, and any transfer. I'm gonna go ahead and go in to the other side of my face, and I'm gonna be using a brush. The brush I'm gonna use is the Sonia Kashuk flat top kabuki brush. Not going to be using concealer today just because I really want to see how this foundation works on its own. I haven't even talked about the shade match yet, but I like the shade. But then again, I haven't looked at it outside, so that's always different than a ring light. But you can see there, I think that my skin is more neutral pink. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a little brush and get the inner corners. All right, guys, so this is the final product. And I like it. I like it so far. It doesn't feel heavy on my face at all. I'm gonna give it some time to sort of settle into my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so I went ahead and finished the rest of my makeup. I hope you guys like the final look. I went in with like a dark brownish color to kind of go with the theme of like my hair and the shirt and my eyes and all of that. I went ahead and did a little bit of contouring, blush, highlighting. I went into my brows with the e.l.f. brow pencil, and I have Fenty lip gloss on my lips. Overall, I like the way that the foundation worked with all the rest of the products that I have on. I will say that I still don't see too much of a difference between the primer side and the non-primer side, but this is kind of how the foundation looks. So far, I don't have too many complaints about how the foundation is sitting on my skin. The only area where I'm having a little bit of trouble is just right there by my nose. It's not looking the greatest there. I didn't have any issues blending in the rest of my products onto my face with this foundation. I'm really happy that you guys stayed with me for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any tips or suggestions on what products I can try next, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed, please like this video, subscribe if you're interested, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.